Good morning, YouTube. It has been a while since I videoed. We are still on that tree job in Chestnut Ridge, but the weather the past 2 weeks have been downright horrible. This is the third week we are on that project, and we have only been there for 5 days. Been able to work for 5 days because of the weather. As you can see, it is still raining now. It's Wednesday, the week before Memorial Day, and we have about 20 or so trees to get back in the ground, and then the trees are done. Yesterday we didn't work, rained all day. Today it's supposed to only rain for an hour or two and then kind of be done. It's not going to be dry, it's going to be muddy, but we have to get it done. I can't keep pushing it off because we have a lot to get done before Memorial Day, and I don't think it's going to happen. Side note, didn't even video this. As you can see, there are 2 here now. Went and picked up another switch and go, so now we have 2 of them. Same year, everything, identical trucks. So got another dumpster there, low side dump there. I'm gonna grab this truck here, go get the Mini, load that up, bring that to the tree job, and then we have to go to the nursery and pick up a couple more trees for the job, and should be able to get all of those in the ground today, and then that portion will be complete. Everything has to go get mulched then. So there's probably a good 2 days worth of work there yet, which is why I want to, you know, not call off today for a couple hours worth of work. So when we get there, I'll video some. I think the last thing I videoed there was the basin plantings. That's done, and I think we did about 150 trees or so. No, probably more like 200 trees. They're in the ground as well. So pretty much the project is winding down, and I didn't record that much, but the weather has just been absolutely horrible. So I just didn't even bother pulling the camera out because we were just trying to get this stuff done. So I will turn you on when we get down there, so kind of I can show you around, and you know, you can follow along today for the last couple trees. Yeah. It'll pass. It's just a quick little shower and then it'll be done. I gave the guys an option: come in or you don't. If you come in, I don't want to hear any complaining that it's raining. I gave him that option. A couple of them decided to stay home. Most came in. So you know, it's tough for me because as a business owner, and you guys can relate that are out there doing it, you know, you look out for them and their hours. You know, every time it's a low week, the first thing you hear are, hey, I need the hours, you know, I need to make bills to get paid. And yeah, it's tough because, I mean, look, I don't, 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, I would say we're not working today. But we already lost all day yesterday. We lost, I think, 1 or 2 days last week, a day or 2 the week before. You know, we're just in this pattern of non-stop rain. So it's supposed to be done later this morning and then be fine. So you know, it's tough for me, any business owner, because you know, you worry about the hours for your guys. You hired them to work, they need the money, they count on a 40-hour week, and you know, it always seems like the week that they get the least amount of hours are the weeks that they have the most bills coming out, and then you hear about it. So it's tough. It's a fine line between, do we not work all day because it's going to rain for a couple hours in the morning, or do we just start later? So today it's 8:30. Usually we start at 7. So I started an hour and a half later. You know, we got to hook up the trailer. We got to go to the nursery and load up a couple more trees, get them strapped down, then drive to the job. So until we even get to the job and are able to work, it's going to be probably 9 o'clock, or not 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. By then, the rain should pretty much be done. If you look on radar, there's a couple little small popcorn, you know, little blips coming through, which is what we're getting now. And then it looks like it's going to clear up. So I hate doing it. Nobody likes working in the rain. I don't like working in the rain, but you know, we're up against time frame here. Like I said earlier, it's the week before Memorial Day, and we have a lot of stuff we have to get done before Memorial Day, and it's not going to happen because of the weather. But I still don't like, you know, being that guy that for the past month the homeowners were expecting it to get done for Memorial Day, and now, you know, I have to be like, hey, it's not going to happen. So I want to get it done. Yes, if we weren't up against the wire and we had, you know, not a lot of jobs in the queue and, you know, just steady, tedious work, then I'd probably say, nah, it's not worth coming in today, you know, take another rain day. But unfortunately, today is not one of those days. We got to get it done. So my rambling is over for this. But all right, there's our final batch of trees. Got them loaded. I don't even remember if you guys, I think you guys saw the holding yard when it was full. This is all that is left right now. So that's what we got. 3 of these maples don't look the greatest, so I got subs for them. And then these are extra because I believe I told you about how there's a spot way over yonder that was supposed to be completed and it wasn't. So those we're just going to throw in the ground over on the open space area to get rid of them, and then these we'll just bring back home, and then we have these. So this is what we need for the on-lot trees, plus 3 more, and then the extras over the course of, you know, the past 3, 4, 5 years, a few trees have died out, so the developer wants us to replace them while we're here. That way it's less we have to do come fall time, because he is hoping to be out of here 100% this fall. So we'll have another big batch to do, not quite this big, in the fall, and then that should be everything. So let's get these pieces of equipment started and shovel the tracks off a little bit to limit how much mud we make on the road, and get these last few trees in. Clean it up a little bit. That'll work. dry dirt. Huh? Like it? I'm filming. Well, that's the idea. Clean it up a little bit and it's good. Last year this whole lower section was super rocky from what I remember, and it looks like it's about the same. Stay there, truck. 2 more front yards, then they can fall apart. There we go, fall apart. Okay. There's 3 in. Again, obviously the dirt's a little tacky because it did just rain the past 3 days, but got these back here done. I can try and drive and hold the camera at the same time. We'll see. So there's 2 more house lots for new install, and then there's a couple that, while we're here, he wants us to replace some of the ones that have died over the years. For example, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dead tree right there. That will actually be warranted because we did that last fall. And that is only 1 out of 2 that died. So we did 280 trees, I think it was, last fall, and 2 did not make it through the winter. So pretty good odds. I don't know how I can really do this and drive. I'm going to give it a whirl. Let's see. I know you can't see anything right now. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe that'll work. Bear with me. I don't have a clip in the skid loader to put it on. So this way a little bit. Yeah. Try and do this one now. Be 2 more houses, but like 20 more trees. A lot of these yards are newly installed, so we're able to pull the sod back. We gotta do one at a time for the plywood. Rock. Rock. Hard rock. in on an angle, try and come this way a little bit. Get around it. Yeah, that stuff will come out. Holding yard almost empty. Like I said, these 3 maples I had to bite the bullet on and replace them right away because they died just sitting here. I mean, I really think they probably would come back. So you can see, like, these weren't here earlier. They'll probably repush, but I can't put them in the ground looking like this. So both bit the bullet and gonna replace them right away. And then these are extra because they got delivered here before we realized we couldn't use all of the pines. So we're gonna put these in the ground back in the open space. And then what's on the trailer, we are basically just gonna drive around to whatever house lot needs them and replace those trees. Most are in the front, there's a couple in the backyards. Not sure how we're going to do that yet, but we'll see how wet it is, I guess. Can't crank too hard on these yet or we'll go back. Back aside from the basin plantings, how many are back there? 5. Yeah. And then the 3 that we left. And then the 3 that we left.
the back of your truck?
Yeah. Go up. Yep, right there.